It took me 40 years to realize what I will tell you in 10. Now, this video can go absolutely well and this video can go absolutely bad. Meaning, to unpack all that you learned in 40 years in just 10 minutes is a long stretch. Seems like an impossible task, but compared to the views and the likes that I've seen that this video got, I believe that he hit the nail on the head at least a few times in this video and pricked a lot of hearts out there and inspire a lot of people. So that is why I took the time out to react to this video. Because for someone who is in their 40s to take the time out to try and impart some knowledge to the younger generation, that is absolutely admirable. I'm gonna react to this video right now and give my thoughts.
To tell you guys that the things that you are hung up on in life right now, success and money, getting the perfect woman, if you're anything like me in my 20s, having the perfect body. What if I was to tell you all of this stuff really isn't what you think it is? Listen, I have spent the last 30-something years of my life figuring this thing out, and I am going to save you decades of time, frustration, and suffering in the next 10 minutes. So check it out, man. For the longest time, when I was younger, I would tell myself, and when I mean younger, I say like in my 20s, I would tell myself that, you know what, I would just be happy if I had, the right amount of money, if I had the right girl, if I was like this guy over here, that I would be happier if I had these other things. And then a strange thing started to happen as I got older. The very things, man, that I was saying I would be happy if I got, I actually start getting some of these things, right? That, anybody that knows my story, they know that, I was a big time gym rat back in the day. And it was always the ideal of if I can just get abs, if I can just get my body right. And you know what? One day I did a show, trained really hard, ate right. And you know what? I had the abs. I had the abs. I was ripped. I was all of that stuff. Did a bodybuilding show, did pretty decent in it. But a weird thing happened after that. Soon after the show was over, I was happy for a time. I forgot about it after a while. And then it just kind of went back to life as usual. Same thing with women, right? Before I got my body together, man, I would dream about certain women that I would see and how much happier I would be if I was just in a relationship with this woman, if I can just sleep with this woman. And then same thing. I got my body together and now I'm starting to get...
He's absolutely right. That just goes to show that everyone has the same capacity of thinking. Everyone has the same flaws. As a man, he is 40 years old. He's on the other side of the world. I'm in Jamaica. And he's able to tell me things that I'm going through right now. I have in my mind that if I get with this and this girl, I will be better off, or it will be sufficient to me. And whenever I watch the streamers, I will see them like have so many girls in their cribs, and sometimes I would think about it, if that was just me, I would just feel so good. I would feel so accomplished. But in reality, if you are a person who is thoughtful and observe more than how you talk, you will get the understanding that it is not all worth it. And later on in life, you will see that it is not all worth it, in my opinion. The Bible says, do not chase the world or the things of the world. If anyone chases the world, the love of the Father is not in him. I'm a Christian, so I can't depart from what the Bible says. I have to impart some biblical principles. But one thing I kind of have a different thought process than him on is the point where he says that he said something about the gym, right? And being a gym rat, it won't make you really happy and so on. I disagree with that. Not entirely, but I disagree. I disagree in the way where the only reason for you going to the gym is because you want to get attention, is because you want to get more girls, then that is entirely wrong. You should go to gym because you want to get healthy. You want to become a better version of yourself. You want to set examples for others. So that is the only point that I just slightly disagree with him. But I can tell that this man has knowledge.
Attention from women that I could have only dreamed of at one time. And then the same thing happened, man. That, at the end of the day, in the beginning there was some, ooh, I'm with her or whatever. But after a while, like that would just kind of fade away. Same thing with money. If I just had the right amount of money. Years ago, guys, I was kind of like at my worst point financially. I was on disability for a time. They had found out something was wrong about the case, and without warning, they had stopped my money, right? Stopped me cold. And I am not at all embarrassed to tell you guys that if it wasn't for, my family helping me out, namely my mother, I would have been out on the street, literally. And it was going
Damn.
like that for, a couple or at least 6 months to a year. Literally not having any money, having to borrow money just to get a disability check to pay it all right back and then reborrow
Shit.
it again. And that was before the money just completely stopped. So I was in a very, very bad way. And it was the ideal of, what, this sucks. If I can just get some money, if I can just get more money, I'd be fine. And then I'm opening mail one night and I come across this letter from a 401k that I had with a job that I had previous. And guys, there was like $100,000 in this account. And I thought it was a joke. I called the people the next day. I'm like, is this real? They were like, yeah. I'm like, how much of this is available to me? They were like, all of it. And in an instant, right? Like life just changed, right? And I had like a shit ton of money. Like I bought rental properties and I was buying all kinds of stuff with this. I was traveling. I had a girl. We was going here. We were doing stuff. And it was cool for a while. It was cool until the money ran out. It's the same thing for friends. And, if I can just be in the right group of people, if I can just
All
run
right,
with the
so I
right
disagree again with the money point. Listen, as a person who is young, say you're 20, for instance. I'm not 40 years old, but I have this knowledge where it seems like he lacks this knowledge. If you have more money in life, it is 100% better for you in life. Money is freedom, money is power, money is a tool. He used the money, used up all of the money. It's gone now. And he is now back to square one where he's saying that if he has money, more money, it would be better for him. Or, he's like in the hamster wheel, rabbit race, rat race. And to me, I don't know. To me, if I have more money in life, I would be better off. I would take that money and use it wisely. I won't chase that money like it's the last thing on the earth and I must chase it with all my power. But I will chase it wisely. I will chase that money to end up making me more money, and on top of that more money, I want to make more money. I'm not gonna say that I'm alright here without certain amount of money. I'll be a hypocrite. Everyone on earth would be a hypocrite. More money equals freedom, equals less stress, in my opinion, and equals power, abundance. So, yeah.
crowd. And then you get to run with the right crowd and you see that it's just, you find out, man, or I found out that all of this stuff that I thought would make me happy, it really didn't. It did it temporarily, but it really wasn't any long lasting fulfillment in it for me, right? I'm reminded of a story of Vanilla Ice. I'm dating myself with this. This was a famous rapper back in the 80s, and he had a song out. It's called Ice Ice Baby. And at the time, guys, this was like the highest selling single, and this guy was a millionaire, chicks everywhere. He had the fame, he had the notoriety, he had all of this stuff. And he would talk about how he was having a party at his house. And you can imagine, right, this type of money, chicks everywhere, people, jocking you, all of that. And he said in the middle of all of that, he is sitting on a diving board by a pool, contemplating suicide. And at the time that I heard that, I just couldn't understand. Like, why would you be contemplating suicide when you have all of this stuff? You got money, you got women, you got all of that. And it would take me years to find out what I'm talking to you about now, right? I've heard stories about people that would train their entire lives in some type of sporting event just to get to the top of it or the pinnacle of it, compete and win and be elated for a day. And after that, it's like, shit, what else is there, right? So man, it would take me years. It would take me over 30 some years to figure out it's not the stuff. It's not the stuff that's going to give you the happiness and fulfillment in life, because I've had that stuff. Now, I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying, because all of my videos are about, building yourself and building your finances and building these things. But you know what I've come to find out now that I've gotten older? What I'm finding out is it's not the stuff. It's the person that you become while getting
Exactly.
the stuff. When I look back
So
on
that
it,
is the exact thing that I said. I never watched this video before. And you can see the disagreement that I had with him earlier was valid. Money is not bad. Having a lot of money is not a bad thing. Don't get that thought in your head, yeah? Don't get that thought in your head. It is what you use that money to do. Then it will determine if it is good or if it is bad. Yeah?
Getting those abs and that in the gym, or getting
Don't
that
get
body
abs
that I
for
wanted.
girls.
It wasn't really about the body. It was the man that I became in developing that body. I became more disciplined. And here's the thing, I couldn't see any of that, or I couldn't value any of that, because I thought the abs was the thing, right? But the man that I became, the disciplined man, eating a certain way, strict diets and going to the gym all the time, becoming a man of consistency, becoming a man of discipline, right? That was the thing that I should have valued,
Exactly.
right? With the money. Money is going to come and go in your life. What you'll find is it's what you do with that money, how you better yourself, how you better those people around you. It's what you become as a result of the stuff. And that's why I think so many people get it wrong. They get it wrong because the stuff is going to come and go. But who you are, who you become as a result of that stuff is what stays forever. That's why many people are very unhappy in life, because they are so focused on just the stuff. They're not focused on becoming. When I think back on all of the women, I've been through 3 divorces and countless
Damn.
breakups and that. And you know what? I survived every fucking last one of them, right? That they were hard and it sucked and it was tough, but I still drug my ass up every day and pulled my life back together. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's not the stuff. It is not the stuff. It is what the stuff makes you is what really matters. You will spend a lifetime frustrated over running after a thing just to get it, just to realize that, man, this ain't what I thought it was. Like I said, you have people that will train their entire lives for an event just to finally make it and forget about what it took to get to that point. Forget about all of the training, all of the discipline, all of the sacrifice, right? They're so focused on the thing. So then they get the thing, and shortly after that, now you need another thing, because that's not fulfilling to you. And what I've come to find out over the last 30 years, man, is that it's just not the thing. It's not the thing. It's what the thing makes you. This content that I'm doing right now. 3 years ago when I started, I could barely navigate my way around a website. I knew nothing about editing videos and taping videos and all of this stuff. And in 3 short years, man, I've created this channel that has been monetized. I've made some money at it, but more importantly than that, because all of that is going to fade away. What stands is what I've become over the last few years. I've become really, really good at the computer. I've become really, really good at understanding YouTube and content creation. That's the thing that I'm proud of today as I talk to you, right? I understand that it's not the money, that if I live long enough, the money is going to come, but it's going to go too, just like it did years ago. So, young man, you want to save yourself decades of time, frustration, and suffering? Absolutely go after your goals. Absolutely become all that you can be. Build
Yeah.
yourself up to the best possible version of yourself. But understand it is what you become in the pursuit of those things: money, women, fame, success. It's what you become in the pursuit of all of that, right? So, young man, check out these other videos that I
Boy.
have. If you're feeling tired, stuck, scattered, or just lost, these videos will definitely help you with that. Also,
You know, I see that he's sincere about what he have learned over the past, 30 years, as he stated. And this video, I will give this video a 9 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. What the heck? He's right. He's absolutely right on all of his points. He may take a little while to actually get to the bread of the point, to the meat of the point, but he's absolutely correct. In life, don't just chase material things. Material things will fade away, as the Bible says. Trace the way that you will change over the years, because the only thing that will actually stay with you is you. Okay? You will have $1 million, and the $1 million just gone down the drain. And you won't go down the drain if you're not DEAD, but you will be the one who is still there. You will have to live with yourself. So I absolutely understand this point. And guys, go down to the description and watch the full video. Or if you watch this full video, you can go ahead and watch some of the videos that he's talking about or he's recommending. So, and I'll see you guys in the next one.